It was late in the evening in a medieval town located in the northern part of France. There wasn't a soul to be found, just me roaming the streets of one of France's most popular attractions, Mont Saint Michel. The truth of the matter is that most people only come here during the day, never giving a thought about spending the night at this amazing place. And to not stay at least one night here would be to rob yourself of a magical experience. I've been fortunate to stay here twice, so in this video, I will briefly share my experiences at the 2 hotels that I overnighted in, along with some other pertinent information. So let's get started on The Planet Traveler. Before we begin, I should tell you that the hotels in Mont Saint Michel are located in 2 types of areas. The first is around Mont Saint Michel, and the second is to actually stay in Mont Saint Michel. Let's just say that I've done both, and the latter is way cooler. Just be prepared to pay extra. If you do stay in Mont Saint Michel proper, there is a giant parking lot for you to leave your car overnight. For a charge, of course. The 2 hotels I stayed in while visiting Mont Saint Michel are La Vieille Auberge and Les Terres Pollard, which was my most recent stay. We'll start there first. The check-in was standard, but one thing you should know should you choose to stay here is your room may be located in another building, and it may end up being quite a trek, like it was for me. Let's just say that there were a lot of steps involved, just to get to the hotel building. And then we got to the good part, the stairs. No elevators here. And finally, I got to the room. If you come to Mont Saint Michel, do not bring this bag. Otherwise, you will suffer. Okay. If I had to choose one word to describe the room at Les Terres Pollard, that word would be cramped. Although the room was relatively comfortable, it felt a little small for me, and this was a 3-star hotel. The bathroom was pretty nice. It had good lighting, toiletries, and was well heated. The biggest issue for me was the fact that the damn toilet was too close to the bathtub. Us big guys like to spread out. My room had 2 windows. The first window had a view looking out at a relatively creepy pathway. As for the second, at first glance it looked like I had a boring view of a wall. But when I looked up, I was rewarded with a partial view of the Abbey, which was pretty cool. The next hotel was a place I stayed about 2 years earlier.
Oh yeah, I got a closet space with extra blankets, place to put my clothes. I have a full-length mirror.
I really liked staying at the La Vieille Auberge. Although it was only rated as a 2-star hotel, I found my room here to be much more comfortable. My only complaint here was the bathroom. It was a bit tight. In some areas, I could not stand fully upright. One of those places was in the shower. Let's take a look at that now. At first glance, it looked normal, but for me to take a shower, it required me to tilt my head in order to fit in. Regardless, it was something that was doable. Just like the last hotel, this room also had 2 windows, However, because of its location, this hotel room had a refreshing breeze that came in from the sea.
This place is great for circulation. And if you look out the window here, you have a really nice view.
There were no shortages when it came to finding places to eat in Mont Saint Michel. However, for me, the issue was that I didn't get hungry until later in the evening, and most of the restaurants were closed by 8 p.m., with the exception of one place. Unfortunately, I don't remember the name of that place. All I can tell you is that the food was really good. That restaurant closed at 9:30 p.m., and the pizza was amazing. If you are planning on a night out on the town in Mont Saint Michel, as I'm sure you can tell by now, you're in the wrong place. When the sun goes down, the place essentially becomes a ghost town, which I thought was cool because it afforded me the chance to explore the city unobstructed. The main road through the village was well lit, but as for everything else, lighting was pretty sparse. So the best thing about staying overnight in Mont Saint Michel is you have the streets to yourself. For example, there's a nice cat over here. It's just me and the cat. There's nobody else. But anyway, when you walk these streets, so you may not notice this when there's a lot of people in the crowd, but when you're by yourself, you notice these things. There's like little crevices that you can go in between the buildings. Like, look at this one right here. Right here is a little staircase. It's really cool. You can actually get to the other side of the building going up the stairs. It's not much room. Not much elbow room. Two more things I want to mention before I end this video. The first is this. If you're staying here overnight and you get the late night munchies, they have a bunch of vending machines over here. For example, got pizza right here, got your drinks right here, got your snacks like M&Ms, and over here you have your, you can get a, what do you call that, caramel macchiato or cappuccino, whatever you need, no matter what time of the day, they got you here, Mont Saint Michel. The second thing I want to talk about is, should you get bored, a cool thing to do is to go and hang out at the cemetery. It's an awesome and creepy experience.